Every child is intelligent video summary. Book story time, yo. Book story time crew. Your mind's about to explode. Boom! Forget everything you thought you knew about smart. It's a total lie. Ever caught yourself stressing a kid out over math or spelling, thinking they're dropping the ball? Wrong. Every child is intelligent, powered by Harvard's Howard Gardner. Flips that script with a mind-blowing truth. Every kid's a freaking genius in their own way. From shredding skateboards and naming plants like a pro, this YouTube vid, rooted in Gardner's frames of mind, is your VIP pass to unlocking every kid's hidden superpowers. Our cookie-cutter schools are sleeping on this, but we're not. Get ready to rethink intelligence and light up your kids' potential with this high-octane guide. Book story time, fam. Let's dive in and make every kid's brilliance shine. Introduction. Ditch the grades equals genius myth. Picture this. You're yelling at a kid because they can't nail their multiplication tables or spell pineapple without a hitch. Been there. In America's high-stakes classrooms, we're wired to think intelligence is all about straight A's, quick math, and a vocab that slaps. But hold up. That's straight up wrong. Every child is intelligent. Channeling Howard Gardner's game-changing work drops a truth bomb. Smarts come in all flavors, and every kid's got their own kind of genius. Gardner's 1983 book Frames of Mind says our obsession with English, math, and random trivia is a total miss. That kid flunking algebra? They might carve sculptures that sell for stacks or dominate martial arts like a boss. This video breaks down Gardner's 8 types of intelligence, giving parents and teachers the playbook to spot and boost those talents. Book story time, crew. Let's quit jamming square pegs into round holes and start hyping every kid shine. The problem with old school IQ test of video hits hard with a big question. Is crushing it in school the only way to be smart? Traditional IQ tests, think stuffy clinical setups, zero in on super narrow skills. Spelling, math, logic puzzles, or weird trivia like which way's the train smoke blowing. If a kid tanks these, we slap a not smart label on them. Total BS. Check this. A 12-year-old in rural Montana never stepped foot in school, crafts statues that rake in thousands. Or a 10-year-old Miami girl who can take down 10 opponents in karate. Not intelligent? Please. The video calls out our education system's one-track focus on language, math, and general knowledge, saying it screws over kids without the gifts. Time to rethink how we size up smarts and stop dogging kids for not fitting a mold. Action steps. Challenge the game. Push back on the idea that grades equals brains. Scope out strengths. Spot what kids are dope at outside the classroom. Ditch the labels. Stop judging kids by some dusty IQ tests. Our test score obsession straight up holding kids back. Book story time, fam. Let's see intelligence for what it really is. Howard Gardner's game-changing theory. Enter Howard Gardner, the Harvard prof who flipped the script on intelligence. In Frames of Mind, he says there's not one kind of smart. There's intelligences, 8 of them to be exact. This video dives deep into his theory, screaming loud and clear. Every kid's got their own kind of brilliance. The problem? Our education system stuck on one gear, judging everyone by the same lame ruler, ignoring their unique superpowers. Gardner's been at it for over 20 years, working in clinics and schools, proving smarts are way more than test scores. The video's got your back, hyping up kids who don't fit the academic box, like the Oregon kid navigating forests or the sculptor making bank without a diploma. Gardner's framework is your cheat code to spot and amplify those talents, so no kid's potential gets slept on. Why it's a big deal. All kinds of smart. Brains aren't just for math or English. They shine in art, sports, you name it. Custom learning. Kids need plans that fit them, not some generic curriculum. Level up confidence. Hyping their strengths makes kids feel like superheroes. Gardner's dropping straight facts, and it's a total game changer. Book story time, crew. Let's unpack these 8 intelligences and unlock every kid's inner champ. The 8 types of intelligence. Every kid's a rock star. The video's core is Gardner's 8 intelligences. Each one's a way kids can straight up dominate. There's the lowdown, plus how to spot and boost them. 1. Linguistic intelligence. Word smart. Word smart kids are language ninjas. Think killer storytellers, debaters, or bookworms. They pick words like prose and can spit bars or write novels that hit hard. The video says even if they're flunking math, their word game makes them brilliant. Think future journalists, authors, or lawyers owning it. How to hype it. Get them journaling or spinning stories to sharpen that verbal swagger. Hook them up with books, poetry slams, or debate clubs. Gas up their wordplay even if the report cards may. Number 9. Logical. Mathematical intelligence, number smart. These kids are all about numbers, patterns, and logic. They crush calculations, love puzzles, and geek out on problem solving. Scientists, engineers, and coders, that's their squad. The video's clear. Not every kid's got to have this to be a genius. How to hype it. Awesome math games, coding apps, or brain teasers. Celebrate their problem-solving wins, even the small ones. Link them with STEM mentors if they're vibing with it. 3. Spatial intelligence. Picture smart. Picture smart kids see the world in 3D. They can guess a room size, draw like Picasso, or navigate like GPS architects, artists, and pilots got this vibe. The video shares how an uneducated dude might outsmart a grad with perfect room-size guesses. How to hype it. Hand them art supplies or Lego sets to build dope stuff. Get them into map reading or interior design projects. Let them mess with 3D modeling or VR apps. 4. Bodily-Kinesthetic intelligence. Body smart. Body smart kids are physical beasts. Think sports stars, dancers, or even surgeons with crazy precision. The video shouts out Michael Jordan and a Miami girl owning karate. Forcing these kids into textbooks can kill their vibe. How to hype it. Sign them up for sports, dance, or martial arts classes. Cheer their physical wins from backflips to free throws. Point them toward careers in athletics, dance, or acting. 5. Musical intelligence, music, smart music. Smart kids hear beats and melodies that others miss. They can pick up a guitar and shred or turn a table into a drum set. The video says they don't need straight A's to be music legends, composers, or singers. They're killing it. How to hype it. Get them music lessons or a cheap guitar to jam on. Push them to sing, compose, or try beatboxing. Expose them to all kinds of music to spark their creativity. 6. Interpersonal intelligence. People smart. People. Smart kids are social MVPs. They read emotions like a book and connect with mad empathy. Teachers, counselors, or managers? That's their jam. Creating vibes where everyone thrives. The video loves how they get people with just a few words. How to hype it. Throw them into team projects or leadership gigs. Teach them to listen hard and solve conflicts like pros. Big up their knack for building squad vibes. 7. Intrapersonal intelligence. Self-smart. Self-smart kids know themselves, what makes them tick, what fires them up. They're reflective, goal-driven, and can be writers, philosophers, or entrepreneurs like Oprah Winfrey. The video points out that tons of adults with degrees chase jobs with no joy because they lack this. How to hype it. Get them journaling or meditating to dig into their inner world. Help them set goals and vibe with their values. Support writing or deep thinking hobbies. 8. Naturalistic intelligence. Nature smart. They can ID plants or predict rain just by feeling the breeze. The video tells of a kid naming crops from leaves while the class topper thinks watermelons grow on trees. These kids slay in biology, farming, or environmental science. How to hype it. Take them hiking, gardening, or the nature camps in places like Colorado. Teach them about plants, animals, or weather patterns. Point them toward careers in farming, vet science, or geology. Every kid's got at least one of these superpowers, usually more. Book story time, fam. Let's quit boxing kids into one smart box and start hyping their unique shine. Why are education systems dropping the ball to video's big flex? Our education system's whack because it treats every kid like a clone, only caring about language and math skills. Gardner calls this straight up faulty, leaving kids like the sculptor or karate champ feeling like failures. That's a recipe for stress, depression, and wasted potential. The system shoves kids into paths that don't fit, like forcing a nature-smart kid from Oregon to grind through algebra instead of studying forestry. It's got parents and kids freaking out, with schools pushing the lie that grades are life. Gardner's fix? Get personal. Watch each kid, figure out their intelligences, and tailor their learning to what makes them light up. Fixing the game, scope out passions. See what gets your kid hyped, art, sports, nature, and lean into it. Talk up teachers, pushing to focus on your kids' strengths, not just their weak spots. Mix up learning, add music, sports, or outdoor stuff to their education. Stop making kids fit a broken system. Make the system fit them. Bookstory time, crew. Let's fight for every kid's unique vibe. Conclusion. Every kid's a freaking superstar. Every child is intelligent is your wake-up call to rethink what smart means. Howard Gardner's 8 intelligences, word, number, picture, body, music, people, self, and nature, prove every kid's got their own kind of magic. Parents, teachers, and mentors, your job to spot those gifts and gas them up, not cram kids into a system that only loves test scores. Your game plan, daily check-ins, see what your kid's into, drawing, dancing, or tree hugging. Boost their jam. Hook them up with classes, mentors, or tools for their passions. Fight the system. Push schools to value all smarts, not just grades. Hype their shine. Celebrate their unique wins, not just report cards. Every kid's a superstar in their own lane. Book story time, fam. Let's ditch the pressure and make every kid's brilliance pop. Keep the book story time party lit. Vibing with this Every Child is Intelligent summary? Subscribe to Book Story Time for more epic insights to fire up you and your kids. Drop a comment. What's one kind of smarts you see in a kid you know? Share this with parents, teachers, or anyone who needs to get it. Let's stop forcing kids into lame modes and start letting them shine like the rock stars they are. Your love keeps our mission popping, Book Story Time crew, so smash that subscribe button and let's make every kid's potential explode.